Welcome back to the lives. I am back from the staycation. Is it a staycation? What's a staycation? Is that when you just stay home and you don't vacate? You just do a staycation?
Correct.
Yes. So I did a staycation. Sometimes that's better than a vacation. It's budget friendly. You don't have to pay for a hotel. You can pretty much eat when you want, go outside when you want. Right? I don't know. Probably looking too far into it.
Yeah, you much too far, man.
On the staycation, you can cut your own grass. It's pretty much just your day-to-day living. I'm just throwing that out there.
You took too much, Jack.
Yeah, just don't mind me. We're going to pick up where we left off. All you fancy folks out there. Day 4 on the song. What do we call this? Building a song.
Yeah.
So I think we're getting close to just wrapping it up, to just putting it all together. We're still undecided as if we need to add extra or we're just going to work with what we have, but this is the process. So enjoy.
Between these two worlds. He was a poet as well, and there's a poet that he wrote. A poem
Shout
that he
out
wrote
to Ben that
called "The Rose That Grew
You.
Through Concrete." And in that poem, he speaks about how
Shout out to Unit E.
this rose
at
grows
Unit E,
through the
808.
concrete, through the hardness of the city, and forms its petals and its leaves all the same.
Shout out to all the subscribers.
But it does so in
and
spite of the
new
fact that no one ever
subscribers
cared.
and new viewers.
And he was speaking in an interview about that, speaking from alienation. And this was the schism that he ended up following within his life, because inside of him was a very tender heart, a very compassionate person. If you look at the lyrics of the song, Keep Your Head Up, it's a song about treating women correctly and about living to a higher standard. He himself coming from a household where he didn't have a father, and his mother, who was a political activist, got addicted to drugs. And he himself was in and out of the court system and found his way through street peddling and eventually through poetry, finding a home within a school in his late teens where he was able to tap into the artist and the poet and the musician and the actor inside of him. But in the interview, he was speaking about how he is the rose that grew out of concrete. It was a place where he didn't feel like anyone cared.
I could tell. Yeah, and this is where I come in.
And people, even then, were judging him. And he said, if you saw a rose growing from concrete, and its petals were a little bit misshapen, and its stem was a little bit bent, wouldn't you still marvel that the rose had grown from concrete? Now, when you get a lot of energy, and you grow something, you grow your negative seeds and your positive seeds. You grow the shadow, and you grow the light. And the schism that he took, especially towards the end of his life, was watering his darkness, watering his suspicions, watering his paranoia. And he was on the set of the movie Poetic Justice, which had Janet Jackson and had Maya Angelou in it. And he was fighting with the people on the set. This was not uncustomary to Tupac's life. He was fighting all the time. And Maya took him aside, not knowing who he was at this point. She didn't know who Tupac was. She had just met him through that movie. And she slowed down, and she communicated to him, looking him in his eyes.
Hey, you did it, buddy.
There were so many parts I messed up on, and I
But
knew
it's
it.
okay.
And I just went through it and just said, you know
Hey,
what?
man, when you improvise, things always sound good, buddy. There's no mistakes. They're just happy accidents. Bob Ross. I think for playing it through and through, coming back off of hiatus, I thought it sounded great, man. It's just my opinion, though. My opinion. You're not happy with it, are you?
We're working on it.
You seem a little disappointed.
No, it's just a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. And I tried to cover up for him because I knew, like, oh, wait a minute, we're missing something here. I'm curious on the playback. We'll watch this with the viewers and just see how well it went versus to what you think.
I like the voice added in the beginning.
Madeline, I was just going to say that he thinks a lot, and I think nobody heard it at all. I didn't hear anything. Oh, you turned this down. Jeez. Jeez. It's hot. Are you searching for something for that last? Yes, and I knew you were. You're looking for a little salt and pepper, little salt shaker action going on.
I'm just trying to make sure everything is like in its right place, but it's just this one sound that's kind of not there in the percussions, and I'm just trying to find it.
Play the bottom beat to help you out.
think about that? Keep searching.
I actually like this. It brings out the cosmic church.
And she brought him back to himself, saying, you matter to the world. You matter. And because she was able to hold such a state of presence, she brought him to tears, brought him back to a softness inside. What I appreciate in that is that that's what we all have to do, to take the petals and to take the stem of our rose and to correct it and to stand upright, and allow the petals to unfold, and allow our beauty to be seen by the world. And what I appreciate with Tupac's life is that while it met a gruesome end, and while he himself
Hi, Canada.
has some work to do, man. Like I'm not happy with the mix quite yet.
Well, that's the whole point, I guess. Let's get you happy, little buddy. Is it the mix or the arrangement?
It's the mix. What I want to take away, what I want to, what I want to add in. How soon do I leave it? When to take it away so it's not too repetitive.
When you say mix, I think volume and levels.
Yeah, I mean a little bit of that, but right now I'm just trying to get everything to.
Yeah, you're figuring out the arrangement.
Right.
Yes.
I'm thinking the beginning can be as long as we want, and then, like when we're in the verse, and then we go to the bridge, those can be short in essence, and then we get to the ending, and we can make the ending slightly longer because it is an up tempo.
Yeah, it still has room to go. We don't have to end it so quick. I think the first two halves, the intro and the verse, are good. What are you struggling with? The bridge? Like going into the bridge?
Yeah, not really struggling with it, but trying to remember certain things because I did another.
Yeah, I know, and I heard it. You're adding those 16ths in there.
Yeah, too soon.
Yeah, and you're saving that for the end, right?
Right. Because I have it running all 8 intervals, but I just need to put it on one and then do the 16ths and then just remember to take them off and incorporate all the other intervals.
Yeah. Switch to feed. Over there. You happy with the sound effects? Like, are all the effects and the bells and whistles you're going for? You think are you there with that, or you want to find something else with it?
I think I'm good with all the. I don't see much being added in or taken away. I just want to get like one instrument right and then figure out how I'm going to blend all this. How do I blend it all, doggy? That beginning part is dope, though.
Yeah, it's subtle, especially when you add the
voice.
Yeah, the narrator.
Oh, you mean the dialogue?
Yeah, Benny Siegel.
Thank God we're not in the casino business.
Oh, God. We need to give him a nickname because he's murderous with the wordplay. You know, Benny Siegel was a murdering son of a biatch. Oh, you know what? We can call Ben MC Redheaded Heathen.
Yeah, I don't think he liked that
No?
one much. No, I mean he did have a business card for it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. MC Heathen. Are the mics queued up? No, the vocal mics.
Oh, yes.
And what were you, like G or something?
Check 1, check 2, check 1, check 2. Are we in G or D?
That's crazy, huh? Just messing with the fun. Sweet sugar. Sweet sugar. Sweet chicken, sweet chicken, sweet chicken. Anybody out there want some fried chicken with me? This is what happens when you give me a mic. It never goes the way you think it's gonna go.
And you're talking about a food product you don't even eat.
I mean, sometimes I like fried chicken. Sometimes I do, man. My black genes still talk to me.
It has nothing to do with black or white or whatever, Lamar. Stop saying that.
I'm just fitting the stigma. The stigma's been there forever. Let it go. I'm just writing
Everyone likes fried chicken.
I'm just writing old human ways. Stop looking too far into. Let me have this. Are you referring to the mics we have to bring up, the ones that we're trying to sing into?
She says, talk louder.
Waka waka waka, how's the value?
Just over here, I'm doing a little bit of everything. I don't know what I'm doing over here.
What are you doing over there?
Just messing around. Just messing around.
This is how a Monday should start.
Monday's a fun day.
Tupac is no different. But the moment where we are able to look ourselves in the eyes, especially when we're wild, when we feel out of control, we feel like the world doesn't care, or no one cares about us, or no one cares enough to stop. If we care enough to stop, we can course correct the fighting we have inside. And that's what I've taken from Maya Angelou's account of her impact in her time with Tupac. But I understand why, as a teenager, I was drawn to that violent and aggressive music. Because initially, I was just drawn to rap. I was drawn to hip hop. I was drawn to the culture. I was drawn to the lyricism. I was drawn to what sounded to me like a dispirited people that believed and were bringing each other up and took artistry and creativity to do it. Groups like Public Enemy, where they said it takes a nation of millions to hold us back, trying to rally people together around a common cause and to remind each other that there is strength in numbers and there's strength in this voice that we share. But the gangster rap piece to me represented the concrete overtaking the rose. And that's how I felt, even though I lived in a loving household, even though I had two parents that told me every single day that they loved me. I would go into the schools, and I would go into a world that felt cold and callous and indifferent. Something I've been doing a lot of healing with recently. And I understood the gangster rap piece. There's a passage or a saying, and I don't know what African tribe this comes from, but it's a saying from an African tribe. And it goes along the lines of this. The child that is not embraced by the tribe or the village will burn the tribe down to experience its warmth. If you see someone within your life that is lost,
I missed the one there. Oh, but I got you.
Not good at all, Bob. Can you hear the mic on this? Trying to find the key. I'm going to keep kicking around with this thing.
Oh, hell, we'll figure it out. That's the whole point, isn't it? Just to fucking figure it out.
Just to figure it out, Mar.
I'm going to wait on this section until you come all the way in, and I'm going to try to fill it out on when you're going to do it. So don't give me a cue. Let me just figure it out. See, don't you agree when we fade out? That just sounds nice. Just takes you on this different roller coaster ride.
Yeah, I love the illusion that we're going to keep going.
I got to figure out these vocal recorders things for people that can't sing for shit. I need to figure out what key this. Like, I think it's G. I think
it's a G.
think it's a G, my boy. We're gonna put them to use. No shame in my game. I don't think I even have game. You ever consider yourself to have game when you picked up a girlfriend? Like, did you ever go out and was just like, yo, I got mad game. I can go get me a girl right now. 100% confident.
I don't think I ever had to do that.
I don't think I ever had to, yeah.
I think the more I kept my mouth shut, the better off I was. If I'm thinking back on things correctly.
Right. I know I was awkward back then. I had to have been. I'm nowhere near as confident as I was then. I know I made an ass out of myself.
Yeah. I know I had some looks and I had a uniform I went to work in, and that helped.
You know, women love a man in uniform. It's something about it. That's what they say, at least. Yeah, you really don't have to say much if you're in uniform. It's just something, you know.
Right. If it's a connection, it's a connection.
Right.
I never worried about having, like, what do they call it now? Riz.
Is it Riz?
You risen up this girl?
Oh, is that what it is? So it's no longer the game, huh?
Yeah.
I knew a dude who had, what was his name? Oh, my God, Nias. Back in Carson, Nias.
Oh, yeah.
He had these funky eyes. And this dude, not only did he look the part, but he had game. I seen this. This dude told this girl something like was well out of my league of like even speaking at that age. And he was just like throwing it out there, bedazzling her. And she was just like eating it up.
That dude was a Nas fan.
And then he told me, I got to go later. And ditched me and bounced with her.
He had more, you know, I mean, come on, can you blame him? But that dude was a huge, huge Nas fan.
Oh, was he really?
I went in his room and everything was Nas.
Yeah.
That Illmatic poster, remember the Illmatic poster? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was like, what, 96, 95? I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Hey, was it 96?
I don't know. I'll have to look it
No,
up.
I think it's earlier than that. I think it's
You remember the first hip hop album you bought?
maybe.
Do you remember the first hip hop album you bought?
Yeah, I do.
Ooh, what was it?
It was okay, so my memory is split between Roots, the purple tape,
Mm-hmm.
or like Eric B. and Rakim, or the Coupe. I remember it being a tape.
Okay. Okay, you want to know the first one I bought? It was a single. And of course, it was a tape. It was Paperboy.
Oh, Paperboy.
I remember this vividly because I would play it on the loop, Nan Stamp.
Yeah. When I heard Eric B. and Rakim from our older brother, I knew I was like, oh, this is hip hop right here. That was hard.
You find it weird that we were solely like into hip hop, but turned out to do emo jazz type shit? Does that,
Yeah,
like,
but did we venture off too far?
not too far.
Hey, I like that voice in the beginning. You like the voice in the beginning?
Yeah, what was that? What did you hook up there? Well, when you had it play out from wherever you found it, it had more of a longer echo, and it gave that like Inmate 3 vibe to it. I think when you looped it, it was like
you're just missing the other sounds that it carries it. Listen.
Oh, so it tethers.
Yeah.
So there's a tailing.
That's why I keep telling you, I'm sitting here trying to marry sounds, bruh.
My
it takes
boy.
me a long time to do so.
Because it's coming out of the way, is that in the 505? Did you capture that in the 505?
Yeah. So I got it from a Korg wave state.
Okay, so the Korg, the Korg in the 707 can, the 707 can prolong certain resonance on different tracks you build.
So it's nothing to do with the 707.
Okay.
I mean, it does. But first, I'll go into the wave state, make a voice, and basically you can only like manipulate the voice so much because these are all samples in the wave state. So I do my best to,
Cut them.
just tweak it a little bit.
Right.
And then I'll run it through our house effects, which is in the Tascam. And before it gets to the 505, it hits my collider effect.
Do you have the bass on the
And then that's the end project.
yeah, on the 505? Do you have the bass on the effect by any chance?
No, it's off.
Okay.
But you see how it marries in there, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm not sure about right now is this. Listen. That.
So why don't you find something, because it is bright, right? It does stick out. I don't know, bring it under a little bit. Let's see. See, that's softer. That's not bad. Yeah, it gives it that little feel. I think of this bass line like an oldie, you know what I mean? Once you bring it under, see, it's not sticking out, you know? And the voice adds nice to it.
And that's just enough organ, you know? I think we should be around that resonance with the organ.
Right.
And then as the song gets louder, we can always go.
Now, when you get louder, remember, I'm going to stay at a particular volume, so be mindful of that. Some things you might drown out. See how that's louder? Put in the beat. See, I think that sounds nice. So I thought that sounded good. Are you maybe happy with that?
I'm happy with it. It's just finding the time and how long it's going to be, you know,
Right.
plus the ending.
Now, are we going to try to make this fit a certain video? So you want to, as far as like make it 5 minutes, like 6 minutes? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, probably like 6 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to not overcomplicate my end because I was already thinking about other ways to go. But since it's going to be so short and we're going to dive out of it, what's the point?
Play that bass line again.
Give me all the stuff, the fixings.
Wait, hang on, just the ending. Play the ending real quick.
Yeah, give me the clap though. At least the clap. Hold up.
It just sounds like some
Getting close.
80s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's the rendition of it, right?
Right,
We're just
yeah.
sticking to the 80s. It's the cosmic Stranger Things vibe. Like that. That's that like 80s pure.
Oh, that shit sounds so Michael Knight.
I know, and I'm like I don't even know how I even thought to come up with.
Yeah, I like it
The
because
bass line.
we could definitely do that towards the end. But here's my gripe.
Oh shit.
I think we take the verse and the bridge short and then run hella long on this ending.
So, I mean, that's my favorite part too. Yeah, is the end. I like all of it,
Yeah.
honestly. But when you find something new, you tend to gravitate toward that. I think because we've been whipping this song for so long,
Right.
whipping her in shape. You put anything new in there, you're gonna be like, oh, it's different,
But we average about 4 weeks to finish a song
right?
after we ran it through its paces. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
A song every 4 weeks, and you know you spent time on
right.
it. you know?
It's under your fingers and it's muscle memory at that point. But so the thing is, after the 4 weeks, leave it alone. Don't touch it. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch it. You happy with that right there? You like the 80s? And you're playing it in G or D?
In the scale of,
Yeah, I would get up there in the G section. In the scale of.
I mean, that's on point.
What's the what's the Hydra? Oh yeah, yep. I forgot. And then the Moog. Lower. Remember that thing gets wicked loud. Let's see that.
think that can really be something if we really focus on that.
I mean, we'll sit in here and nerd out, you know? Sometimes you just got to sit and nerd out. I mean, but for the most part, the overall, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, me too.
You want to play me that new little thing you were doing that you were noodling around with when I was watching from afar?
Yeah, let's do a couple of more rounds of this real quick.
All right.
If you yourself don't realize how this lost star, you're going to burn down and identify yourself. That's the motif of gangster. It's taking because the world's not going to give to you. It's attacking because you're constantly attacked. It's power through aggression because it's better than apathy or desperation. But when you can tap into that power through compassion and love, then you become the rose. Even if it grew out of concrete, you become the rose. And violence, you transcend violence. And you no longer have to take. And that's the schism that I saw within Tupac. You could see it within his eyes. There was a great beauty in his eyes, a great beauty in his visage. In the times where he was violent and aggressive, it was like a monster took over, like a demon inside possessed. And yet that sweetness was there. And the story of Maya Angelou in this case is a story of seeing that in another.
Put
I've
it
done
under
this
a
so many
little
times
bit,
in practice, and
under
I've done
him,
so
because
many times with
it's
people.
so often
If you look
the
at somebody,
voice. I kind of think like we
see
need
the
to
one inside of them
to put a
comes
flat,
out,
like a
even if
space
they're
in
lost.
between it, to where it's
We have
not
4
so.
children. We do this on a daily basis.
You know what I mean?
We do this with ourselves.
No, not
When we're
not
taking a
Ben.
loop doing that
Loop
with
it
the
with
world.
a
Look
but
at anyone in the
so
eye,
it's not so
anyone who
consistent.
comes,
Right.
and saying to them, child, I know who you are. I know your spirit. I know your heart. The other day, one of our kids,
It's like it needs a
was his
little bit of
birthday,
space in between, you
and he
know?
had bought presents for everyone else that day. And he walked up to me and he said, Ben, so I'm his stepdad, Ben, I understand what it is to be a father. Like,
Okay, it's gonna be loud, so I have to loop it. I'm just warning you now.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, that's a little better. Just some space.
Let me hear this beat first.
A little off. In that area.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, now play band. Let's see how that meshes up.
You right now. I understand what it is to be a father like you right now. I said, "Yeah, what is it?" He said, "I gave a squishamallow, a little stuffed animal, to our youngest. And I experienced a lot of joy when I did it."
Okay, now give him a little bit of
What I said to
feedback.
him is, "Remember how I tell you all the time, I know your heart. I know your heart." I said, "Yeah, that is your heart. You have the heart of a healer. You have the heart of love inside of you." And that's what Maya saw within Tupac in that moment. And that's what Afeni, Tupac's mother, saw within him.
Yeah.
But what we're battling inside is what is unresolved. And that's the fight.
Back
And as
off
a
of
teenager, that's what appealed to me. But now as a grown man, with children of my own, going into the world, every time I meet that part of myself that wants to fight, I sit and I remind that part of myself, I know your heart. I know who you are. You can't fool me. And I know your way back to straightening your stem, opening up your petals, and presenting your beauty to the world. So I want to thank you as always for connecting in. I had done another Maya Angelou video recently on our trip, but I didn't release it. And as I'm closing out, I want to share one more piece to the story. And the final piece is when you are fighting, you feel like you're alone. And when Maya Angelou would write poetry, or when she would stand upon stage, what she said was one of her secrets was she didn't stand there alone. She would call forth her ancestors, her teachers, anyone that's ever walked before. She would call forth the great poets within the world. And she would say, essentially, use me as a vessel. And that's the trick that I do. When I'm in these videos, I'm asking for wisdom to come through. I'm asking for my teachers to come forth. I'm asking for the voice to come online. And from that perspective, I'm never alone. And the fighter in me, the part that has fought within the world, feels very alone, or has felt very alone.
Are you going to
I
the
want to
break?
take the faculties of not being alone anywhere I go, just like Maya did when she wrote poetry. You're never alone. You could be standing giving a presidential address or presidential commencement poem, like she had done for Clinton and Obama, standing in front of thousands of people and communicating to millions of people, and not be alone doing it. And that was one of her tricks. When she spoke, she did not speak alone. When she created, she did not create alone. And neither do you, and neither do I. Whether you believe in God, universe, love.
Try not to stay in it long. Yeah, man. That's how you grease those potatoes.
Something like that.
Right. I noticed you totally bypassed the actual verse. I think you just wanted to work on that bridge, didn't you?
Yeah, the transitions.
And I think you did a good job, buddy. You should pat yourself on the back. There you go. Attaboy. Attaboy. $133. You gonna start that new track?
I'm trying to remember it right now. Hang on.
was gonna say, let me hear this 42 business. Oh, that's different. That's more cinematic, isn't it? Want to build a patch for this.
Yeah, like a stringy type.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this like seems like it's like something you would play while credits are rolling. You know what I mean?
Right. think I'm gonna go for the lower pitch on the strings.
See, I think that drum pattern, I think if you had kept it without the drums, and I don't know. Let me hear it without the drums a little bit more. Like with those congos is nice.
Maybe that's too busy.
Yeah, I think that was just a little too busy.
Maybe
Now-
it's just that.
Yeah, see, now that sounds much more like rhythmic, more trance, you know? There you go. You know, what if you found like a Chinese flute? Something like a woodwind. It has this soundscape to it, you know, like it's if you were to take a drone and go over the wetlands of like Ireland or New Zealand, you would have this like Viking-esque soundscape to it.
How you go from Ireland to Viking?
I'm just saying, like I'm visualizing like you're going over this terrain, right?
like marsh in a cloudy day or something.
Exactly. I'm visualizing what needs to be done here. It sounds like Genghis Khan-y, but you know the sound is that of I think definitely overseas. But let's try that. Let's try that woodwind. When did we realize we had musical talent? Oh, musical ears? Probably when our mother would play Motown and jazz throughout the house. I think that developed our ears and we knew what good music sounded like. And I think because we had good music in our ears or in our subconscious, I think we were able to translate that through instruments. I think that's how we got the musical ear.
And we're self-taught. So
Yeah, and we're self-taught.
we have our own language that we speak to each other.
You know, twins have the same answer for everything. I don't know what to say about that. We can't operate on the individual mind when we are of one. Oh yeah, see, I like that. How does the woodwind sound accompany to this soundscape? I'm thinking more theatrical cinema, so let's try to keep that dynamic. You got more options?
We got plenty of options, son.
Let's run through them, Bob. I'm thinking like a nice, gnarly growl with the bass, you know? It's just a different, yeah, it's a vibe. Try some more of those woodwinds. Let's see what else we have. Oh, well, isn't that sexy? Not so busy. longer strings. Let's find something else. I will slap the shit out of you. Don't you start this madness. Don't get busy with it just yet, but I like that. I like that effect. You see how prolonged the strings are?
We can prolong them even longer.
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying, listen to those strings and try to vibe with that. But right now, those are way too loud, and I can't even hear.
I have to be loud so I can hear the sound.
Right.
And then I'll turn it down in the mix.
Once you get what you find.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay, this is with it down in the mix.
Okay. Not too much, yeah, but just keep that soundscape. What number effect is that? I would write that down. That's a viable option.
I can write it in right now.
Yeah, that's a viable option. I would not write it in, but have it as an option. You know, I see no pencil, sir. I don't even know if that works. That works. Yeah, I like this.
It's key of A. How do you like this sound? How you like this soundscape? We're thinking theatrics, people. We're thinking rolling credits after the movie. Take your time with this one.
A minor for me.
Is the solar too loud? Turn that bass up a little bit.
I am just trying to find something first.
So many options to run through. That sounds pretty clean.
Well, that's a healthy start.
That is a healthy start. I think we can crack on it some more tomorrow.
Crack on, no chab. Well, the gym session sessione has come to a proper end. You know, the dude abides, I suppose. Just out here doing the damn thing.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. And thank you for watching. Drink some smart water. It's not even sponsored, but I'm drinking smart water because I'm trying to be smart.